Hey, I'm Mark Lambert. We're here in the Sweet Swine of Mine test kitchen today. We're cooking up a bunch of cool stuff, but one of my favorite things in the summertime, especially around the pool party or at the lake, is grilled corn. Especially when corn is in season, some good sweet corn on the cob is one of my favorites. We're gonna put some on the grill today, and we're gonna do like a Mexican street corn. So really not much to it. There's not a lot of prep. That's the great thing about this recipe, is that it just goes on the grill. You don't have to do anything to it. So corn straight out of the supermarket, and we're just gonna throw it right here on the grill, y'all. Nothing to it whatsoever. And we're gonna come in here and turn it a little bit, but it doesn't take a lot of babysitting. That's the nice thing about this recipe, is that once we get it on here, I'm gonna move this one over here. All we're gonna have to do is sort of turn this to make sure that it kind of cooks evenly. And the husk is kind of an insulator, and it steams itself in there. We really kind of wanna let it get a little burn, a little char on one side. When we peel it back, we've got some Mexican cheese, we have some mayonnaise, some lime. Tajin is probably the chili seasoning you're probably most familiar with. We've got a jacked up one from SMP. It's called chapinque. We'll put it all together when it comes off the grill. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so this is just a factor of how hot your grill really is, how long it takes. We've got a nice charred exterior on our corn, some a little more than others. Doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, this corn really just has to get nice and hot and a little char. So the way I like to do it's real simple. I start down at the stem, where the stem connects to the cob, and just cut that off. And then it makes it to where everything peels off. With gloves, not quite as easy, but probably should have left my gloves off. It's not that hot now. So you're just gonna peel these husks off. And once you get down there in this fashion, usually the silk and everything comes off a little easier when you start at this end. And like that. We're gonna continue. We're gonna get a couple of these done. Just peel these back and then start with the silks at the top, and they all kind of come off together. Now, if you want to boil these corn ahead of time, you can do that. The char just gives a little something extra. Cooking over coals is always better. We've got a few of these ready to go. So, mayonnaise, first ingredient. I don't know where you get your mayonnaise, but this QP Japanese mayo is the one to get. Some people in the South tell you it's Duke's or Blue Plate, and that's all good, but the QP mayo, if you like sushi and they ever put mayonnaise on your sushi, that's the kind they put on there, and there's a reason, because it's the best. So, we're gonna roll this around a little mayonnaise, and we're gonna place these over on this board. I've got a good bit of it on my fingers already. So we're just gonna spread it around. You can use a brush if you want. But we've kind of started like this. And once we've done that, I can get the messy part out of the way. We've got cheese. This is kind of like a Mexican Parmigiano cheese. It's cotija, and we're gonna coat it. We're just gonna put a little bit all around. You can use Parmesan if you don't have cotija. It's not quite the same, but it's the closest thing that's available just about anywhere. Kind of coat that really nice. Whatever method works for you, by all means. Okay, seasoning. At your normal store, grocery store, they probably have Tajin. This is chapinque from SMP. Just a little more intense, there's a little more lime, a little more chile, different types of chile. So chipinque or tahini, lime. Gonna take maybe a quarter of a lime for 4, as much or a little as you like. I like real good Mexican flavors, and a little bit of Rub del Norte, which is heavy on comino for me. We have some smoked jalapeno powder. This is nice and spicy and smoky and yummy. And last but not least, we got one more thing. Let's go with cilantro first, you guys. We're gonna go with cilantro. And you can kind of pack this in, but we're gonna kind of make it look nice, and we'll pack it on as we eat it. And some beautiful tapatio on top. And we have some beautiful Mexican street corn.